Speaking to you again before my bus comes, and unless I catch that bus, I'm gonna have to wait 40 minutes. So I'm gonna talk to you real quick. But I'm talking to you from the Plaza. I'm talking to you from the Plaza of the Americas, and luckily, I'm not selling you anything, and I'm not selling you any ideas. But what I am here to tell you about is a problem that you didn't even know that you had. Did you know that tomatoes have gotten less flavorful over the years? Well, it's true. How did this problem come about? Were tomatoes more flavorful in the past? Well, actually, yeah. Why is this problem? Why is this occurring? It's because farmers have selected for traits in tomatoes. They've been selecting for appearance, they've been selecting for shelf life, and they've been selecting for size. Now, let's think about that. Size. Let's say you have 5 flavor points that you can spend in a tomato. You can spend them however you want. You can put them in a small cherry package. You can put them in a huge beefsteak tomato. But when farmers select for bigger and bigger tomatoes, they are spreading their flavor points thin. And when you put a small amount of flavor points in a big tomato, what you're gonna end up with is a less flavorful product. Now, I'm coming to you here as a tomato hater. When I was a child, if someone asked me if I wanted a tomato slice on my sandwich, that's not what I heard. What I heard is, do you want a slice of water on your sandwich? And that's a repugnant question. Who wants a slice of water on their sandwich? Okay, we know the problem. We know that tomatoes have gotten less flavor. But we've changed other fruits before, we've changed other vegetables before. Why haven't we solved this one? Well, it's because tomatoes are a little complex. Now, for many other flavors, let's say for cherry, orange, bubblegum, there's maybe only 1 or 2 molecules that are responsible for how it tastes and smells. And you can bottle them, you can make them, you can sell them as candies or horrible cough syrups. But for tomatoes, over 20 molecules are responsible for the way it tastes. And what is a more tastier tomato anyway? Do you raise one of those compounds? Do you raise the concentration of all of them? A certain ratio? How do we figure this out? Well, I'm here to tell you that labs over by the CLE lab by Fifield are working on this. Now, if you're not an ag student, you don't know where Fifield is, and that's okay. Well, let me tell you about what they're doing. Now, over at Fifield, over by the CLE lab, we grow thousands of tomatoes every year, and then we take them to you, all of you, for the taste testing labs over by Marston. Now, it's challenging to know what a tastier tomato is. It's hard to imagine, I get it. But what's easy is to sit a person down and give them 2 tomatoes and ask them, is tomato A or tomato B tastier? And we can do this thousands and thousands of times with thousands and thousands of tomatoes. And one after another, we can find out which tomatoes are more flavorful than the others. And once we've done that, once we've talked to all of you, we go back to our lab and we take the best of the best, the tomatoes that were the cream of the crop, and we analyze them for all of those compounds that make up taste. And we check out what changed. Were the best tomatoes, did they have more of this flavor? Did they have more of that flavor? Did they have less of this or less of that? And by doing this year after year, with each batch of thousands and thousands of tomatoes, we get closer and closer to a better tomato. Now I'm here to tell all of you, not just as a tomato hater, but as a reformed tomato hater, I'm here to tell you that tomatoes can be better, that they can taste like more than a slice of water. Because I've tasted some of the tomatoes that the lab produces, and they taste good. I'm looking forward to a world where you can be asked, do you want a slice of tomato on your sandwich? And that should not be an offensive question. And I think we're getting to that world, day after day, and tomato by tomato. Thank you very much.